We're live.
Welcome to the 50 Shades of Greatness Lounge.
Yes. Okay. Army of the Dead. Spoiler review in full effect, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. What'd you think?
I thought it was a great offering by Zack Snyder. His little playground, I shouldn't say great necessarily, but entertaining. I had fun with it. I think he had fun with it.
It looks like he had fun with it. What would you give it on a scale of 0 to 100 on the Rotten Tomatoes?
I would give it a 70.
Okay, and that's what it's currently rated. So you agree with the people.
I'm down with the people.
I think the audience scores 76. I do not agree with the people. I do not agree with the tomato meter.
Oh.
I'm disappointed.
You're angry.
Yeah. Okay, so there's lots of individual things to like about the film. Don't get me wrong. Okay. There's lots of those classic Zack Snyder iconic images.
Yes.
There are some brilliant scenes, some brilliant moments, even scenes within scenes that I think are absolutely memorable.
Yes.
But the reason I'm going to be a little bit harder on the film than I might otherwise would be is because we've got a director who's clearly very talented.
Mm-hmm.
He's also made a very successful movie in the same genre already. Mm-hmm. He made Dawn of the Dead. I think it was 2004, 2005.
Right.
And remember, now zombie movies lend themselves to all sorts of great metaphoric issues.
Oh, very cerebral.
Yeah, I'm going to get technical on you, buddy. So here's the deal. Zombies, even the
very brainy,
Dead, right?
It's very brainy.
That's right.
That's for the zombie movie.
The zombie movie is a zombie genre. Okay, so they lend themselves to, like I said, these deeper metaphoric issues because they are metaphors for humanity at large. The Walking Dead, the very title itself is a metaphor. Mm-hmm. It's representative of human beings shuffling and shelling through their lives, somewhat mindless, and just worshiping at the altars of consumerism, especially with Dawn of the Dead, which nails it right on the head because the people are trapped in a mall. And then they themselves are going to be fighting amongst themselves for the resources that they need in order to break out into the world at large. But of course, they're obsessed. Yeah, it's on the face. It's brilliant. It's also harrowing. Like the action in that movie is great.
Yes.
The zombies move fast. Yeah. It's gory as hell. It's everything you want in a zombie movie. And then without preaching at you, it gives you those metaphoric undertones. Wow. And basically just it's consumerism run amok. And this is what we're doing. We're killing ourselves.
I thought blood, guts, adventure.
And there's that too. Good times, right?
Now, again, I think that it was a playground. I think Zack was just having a good time with this. Now, we talk about the visuals, which Zack is always fantastic with.
Always.
But I think it's almost like a movie by Zack Snyder.
What do you mean?
It's a little short. Like the visuals are just a little not quite as good as you say in a 300 or Watchmen or Justice League. This is a little dialed back.
Okay.
Like when Batista and his lady are sitting on the car, you know, it's just not
Cruz.
as epic.
Her character's name was Cruz.
Not as epic as the usual visuals as you see. So it's like a bargain basement, Zack Snyder's. Thus, Zack Snyder on the visuals a little bit.
Zack Snyder on the visuals, eh? So were you a little bit disappointed then with the cinematography? He did the cinematography.
Well, it's tough to say just because, I mean, him as Zack Snyder is still better than most others in terms of the visuals. Okay. So for himself, compared to himself, yes.
So you fall a little bit into my camp that you're going to be a little bit harder on it than you otherwise would be,
right? Because
of the talent behind the film.
Yeah, the epicness.
Okay, so here's my major issue with the film. Even though there's these individual moments that are brilliant and memorable, and I'm sure I'm going to rewatch the movie just in the background when I'm, hanging out at home doing mindless menial tasks.
Yeah, it is one of those. It is one of those where you can watch. And when, as you're vacuuming, look up and enjoy a scene.
Okay. You're right.
The tiger eating a face or something.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Right. Okay.
That's one of those iconic moments, the tiger eating face. Now, the movie underutilizes its talent. So, first of all, Tignataro is a revelation. She is awesome. Every scene she's in, I love her.
She's as cool as any character you may have ever seen.
The scene in which they ask her, "Hey, you want to come on the trip?" I don't even want to attempt to rehash that with my own middling talent because she nails that scene.
She does.
When she lights a cigar, it's cool. Okay, so everything about her is brilliant. She's the character that says the things that should be said in these films where people are trying to pull a heist and it's very dangerous.
Right. Yeah. That's where you're saying,
So cool.
Yeah, why aren't people figuring this out? And she says the things that a regular person would say. Right. You hope someone would say. She says them.
And on the flip side of that, and so does Samantha Wynn character, the one who dies at the first. She's a martial artist. She's Canadian, so good for her. She's a great actress.
Oh, Canada.
She has a small role in Zack Snyder's Justice League. She's an Amazon, so good for her. Samantha Wynn, shout out to you. Now, here's my big issue with the film. It's not the acting talent itself. It's the narrative logic between Dave Bautista's character, Scott Ward, and his daughter.
It's bugged the hell out of him.
It did. Come on now. Come on.
I just love how much it bothered you.
You can't have an entitled little brat spoil the whole heist, okay? She comes in, she whines at her dad. Dad, I'm going. I insist on going. He says, no, you can't. She says, yeah, I am. I'm just going to sneak in after you.
Daddy, I'm going, Dad. I'm going.
You're annoying me now.
I'm sneaking in, Dad.
All right. So he should just knock her out.
Really
tie her up, throw her in the back of one of those tents. So she's safe.
Get her out of the way.
Get her out of the way. Because what happens is she insists on going in to rescue somebody who went in there of their own volition, who knew the risks, and was just going in there for money. And God bless that person, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool.
That's right.
Your friend's name was Gita. I think her character's name was.
Yeah.
So great. But you don't go in and risk the lives of all the other people in the heist. Her father has to point out they have families too. They're human beings.
He fully admits it during this argument. Admits it.
Don't run off. Don't run off. What is she going to do? It's just, there's so many predictable moments like that brought down the, if I had to rank it rather than a 7.
Yeah, she premeditatedly.
Yeah.
That's the right word.
Yeah,
premeditatedly.
Well, that's not a good phrase, but
anyway.
What she did was premeditated though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Puts everyone's lives not even on the line, like sure death.
She's directly responsible for the death of Tignataro's character, my favorite, her dad, not to mention the coyote, who's also cool, the blonde woman. She's fantastic. Lily, I think her name is. She rocks it. She's kind of responsible for her death as well. It's just with no plan, no real training, and the puniest gun. Come on, you got to do better than that. Pew, pew, pew. And the fact that she goes into one of the massive hotels, I can go on and on and on. No. You get where I'm coming from. I don't need to.
I think we'll return to this. Return to this fact of how annoying she was. What are your thoughts on the treatment of the zombies themselves and their characteristics?
Yeah, I love the play on the zombie genre, putting in some new things. They could reanimate if it rained. One of the predictions I thought, it's going to rain.
We both did, yes.
And it didn't. So
it didn't, yeah. There's some dried out zombies all piled on top of each other.
Yeah.
And we thought that they were going to be reanimated. They didn't. That would have been fantastic, but they didn't do that. But it was a great idea. And the different types of zombies, the shufflers, and then
the shamblers and
the alpha zombies who are very fast, very strong, superhuman, smart.
Also brings up a plot hole though. Intelligent zombies, makes a helmet, and what does he do?
Only makes one.
What the
One. And he cares about everyone else too. He's very sad when someone died.
He's very sensitive. It's
very sensitive.
Very emotional.
Very sensitive. Yet he makes a metal mask for himself. One. All right. The rest of them are falling like flies, getting shot.
Maybe make one for your zombie queen.
Maybe.
Rather than the fancy.
Do something. Yeah, the little tiara.
She's got, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Now we're even. Premeditatedly, I couldn't think of tiara.
There you go.
Well, give her a helmet and maybe decorate it. Okay.
That's another one of those annoying logic things that you think.
And then the other thing is, and then I'll shut up, is that every movie does this. It's not just this movie, but it's very tiresome. It's a totally worn out trope. Oh, it's a time crunch. And then the time gets lessened for something.
Yes.
Right? Because they're going to bomb Vegas.
Yeah.
They're trying to rob this vault, right?
Yes.
They've got a certain amount of time.
Right.
Great. It's all working out. And then, they're going to move up the nuclear launch to wipe out Vegas. I get it. But don't give them an hour and a half and then say, we only got 20 minutes and they have 9 minutes left, when it's clearly going to take longer than 9, 20, or an hour and a half to do what you got to do to be a success.
And then in the movie, they said there's 20 minutes left and it takes 37 minutes.
Or whatever the hell it is. It's just not a believable narrative flow. That's all. So every movie does that. Just give them enough time to make it. You can still make it a time crunch. That's okay. But don't tell me the guy has 15 seconds to do the thing and then he takes 15 minutes.
Right.
It's not cool.
What about the zombie tiger?
Awesome. Valentine's great. I love him. The way he murders up. Oh yeah, by the way, the henchman who gets fully murdered. That guy's he's deader than Julius Caesar. It's awesome.
That guy is a very unlikable guy. He's a very unlikable guy, and he's a great unlikable dude in a number of different movies.
He's a great. I love that actor. Garrett Hedlund or something. His name is.
Yes, yes. He looks at this tiger and says, "It's perverse."
It's perverse. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Garrett Dillahunt. Garrett Dillahunt. He's a great character actor. He's been in a lot of great movies, and he does a fantastic. He's like I said, he's a talented character actor.
But very punchable face. Like you look at him and say, "This guy is not a good guy." But I'm sure he's a very nice person in real life.
Oh yeah,
but he's what I'm saying, he's a very good bad henchman
in this film. Sure. Well, they underuse Hiroyuki Sanada, the Japanese guy who plays Tanaka.
Yeah, the mastermind.
I love that character. I love that actor. Mm-hmm. He's in Avengers, got a small part, gets wasted by Hawkeye. Yep. He's got a major part in The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
He's in the Wolverine.
Absolutely holds his own with Tom Cruise in fact, his interaction with Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai makes that movie.
And his voice is fantastic.
Ken Watanabe. And his voice is fantastic. He's got a very charismatic face. Everything about that guy is very cool.
And he's funny in this. Actually.
And he's funny.
I don't think he's been funny before.
Well, they don't give him a chance. This is the thing, is that is a guy that the whole movie should have been a complete madcap enterprise, where the montage at the beginning, where you see all these great images of the Elvises and the showgirls and the money flying in the casino going haywire, either make the movie completely madcap mayhem like that and let it fly, and you can have more stupid jokes and even more gore. Let it rip.
They took it a little too seriously.
Took themselves a little too seriously, and then it takes you out of the movie when the chronological flow doesn't work.
Right.
So you got to make a bit more of a strident choice and then go with it.
Yes.
And then you have a movie that is completely over the top, and it's in Vegas. It's the best setting for
it. It's a great setting. It's so much fun. And we watched the making of as well. Yeah. And the way that they put that together and built Vegas, combined it with green screen as well as the real parts of Vegas. It's quite amazing. It's incredible that they did that.
Oh yeah. One quick point. If you do decide to watch the 28-minute documentary on Netflix about the making of the Army of the Dead, pay attention to the horse costume.
That's pretty cool, man. I thought it was a fake horse. I thought it was just a statue.
It was a fake horse.
That was a real horse.
The horse was real. Horses are real.
Real horse. Real horse.
That's right. Okay.
In a meat suit.
It's just awesome. It's wearing a meat suit. And the horse was not harmed. The horse seemed fine.
Very comfortable. Very comfortable. In its meat suit. Very tailored.
So I give it a 55% on the tomato meter if I had to give it a rating. And so it's not fresh for me, but it had a lot of potential, and I think it should have gone in a slightly different direction that was hinted at the beginning.
Fair enough.
And you gave it a 70.
I gave it a 70 versus other zombie movies. Not against, you go against every other movie, I'd drop it down to 60. Zombie movie versus zombie movie, 70. Okay. Regular movie versus regular movie, 60.
If we do another review, he's going to drop it down to 50.
That's right. Watch out.
Okay, we got to leave you here now, but what do we have to tell you? Well, keep your stick on the ice.
And your balls in the air.
Peace out. We love you.